don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Ford Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Okay, ready?
They'll start the drive with Harris. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Harris going to get it again on second down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat on blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got his target, Harris. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's another carry for him. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part He's got second and third down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Once again, it's Swift. And he's got some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is Wilson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 31.
I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Wilson will throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Harris He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Again, it's Harris trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this time he is in. Yes. Najee Harris with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. Felder steps away to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Devontae Adams with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, a lot of our friends who play fantasy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Felder under a heavy rush, and down he goes. multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball is going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Adams the man in motion right. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 91 yards on the ground for him so far.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Lions 14. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Aaron Sifos on to punt as he'll get this one away now. Now Austin. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Steelers are going on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to find Calvin Austin. And it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The offense on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Adams the man in motion right. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right back to Swift again on second down. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll stay on the ground, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, but I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's good for a Lion.
Back to throw. Felder. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice game, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their confidence. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
This out quickly to Williams. And he's got room. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to come into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw. He brought that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may have some points on the board when this drive is over.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And that's complete to Adams. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind. Because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Off the play fake. Felder. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Harris, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Felder. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. James Mitchell from 21 yards away. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On first down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He finds Austin complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he loses the football a second time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
To throw on second down. Felder. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. And this offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Felder to the right side. It's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Felder. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On second down, Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Lions go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Give some credit to the defender on that when he read all his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Wilson to throw. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Davante Adams with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
To throw on third down, Felder. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. St. Brown on the catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone's going to be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Come on. Hey! Get the Pirates! Back to 50! Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. He'll look to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Swift, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one is tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Now Wilson. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser or was that the one at the end of the number?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. But he's got his target, Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Harris running straight ahead. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Wilson. He hits Adams complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it's Wilson. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.